Today, let's explore together how to approach auditory hallucinations, or hearing voices that others cannot hear. Many people experience these phenomena, and recent scientific research has shown us that there are evidence-based ways to manage and reduce their impact on daily life. Today's discussion will focus on understanding this experience through a compassionate, scientific lens and learning practical methods that might provide support. Understanding auditory hallucinations through scientific research reveals important insights about these experiences. Current research suggests that auditory hallucinations affect approximately 5 to 15% of the general population, which means you are far from alone if you experience voices. A research institution's network analysis published recently indicates that cognitive behavioral therapy interventions show substantial effectiveness for voice hearing experiences. Multiple universities have found that both treatment-seeking and non-treatment-seeking voice hearers may exert varying degrees of control over their voices, which challenges traditional views that these experiences are completely outside conscious control. Brain imaging studies conducted by research institutions have grown substantially in recent years, leading to stronger understanding of the neurological mechanisms involved. An international research group developed innovative treatment approaches in recent years that integrate cognitive behavioral therapy with virtual reality and neurofeedback technologies. This research addresses the limitations of current treatments and high rates of non-response to traditional interventions. Meta-analyses demonstrate that cognitive behavioral therapy helps individuals modify their experience of auditory hallucinations, offering improved sense of control over these experiences. Relational-based therapies including specific therapeutic approaches show large to very large effects on voices and voice-related distress, according to systematic reviews by research institutions. These approaches also demonstrate moderate to large magnitude improvements on emotional symptoms associated with voice hearing. However, research institutions have found that for treatment-refractory symptoms, standard therapy shows modest and only short-term benefits, which has led to development of enhanced therapeutic approaches. Now let's discuss practical methods that current research suggests might be helpful for managing auditory hallucinations. The first approach involves cognitive restructuring techniques. You might start by identifying specific thoughts and beliefs about the voices you hear. Keeping a voice diary can be helpful, where you record when voices occur, their content, and your emotional responses to them. Practice challenging negative interpretations by asking yourself questions like, is this voice telling me something factual? And, what evidence supports or contradicts what I'm hearing? This process helps you develop a more objective relationship with voice experiences. The second method involves mindfulness-based voice management. Research suggests that implementing daily mindfulness meditation for 10 to 15 minutes, focusing on observing voices without judgment, might be beneficial. When voices occur, you might practice grounding techniques by naming 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear besides voices, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. This technique helps anchor you in present moment awareness and can reduce the distressing impact of voice experiences. A third approach is called voice dialogue technique. This involves establishing boundaries with voices by scheduling specific listening times, perhaps 10 minutes twice daily. During these periods, you acknowledge the voices calmly, then firmly state, "This is my scheduled time, and now it's over." Practicing this consistently might help you regain some control over when you engage with auditory experiences. Neuroplasticity-based brain training represents another evidence-based approach. This involves engaging in activities that research suggests strengthen prefrontal cortex function through focused attention exercises. You might practice switching attention between different sensory inputs, visual, auditory, and tactile, for 5 to 10 minutes daily. Research indicates this builds neural pathways that support cognitive control over auditory processing. Social support integration is also important according to current research. Connecting with voice hearing support groups or trusted individuals who understand your experience can be valuable. Research shows that discussing voices in a non-judgmental environment reduces their distressing impact. You might practice explaining your experience to supportive others using factual, descriptive language rather than fearful interpretations. Professional treatment coordination remains an important component of comprehensive care. Working with mental health professionals trained in voice hearing approaches is recommended. You might consider exploring specialized treatments like avatar therapy or virtual reality-assisted treatments if they're available in your area. Maintaining regular check-ins with healthcare providers while implementing self-management strategies provides the best support framework. To summarize what we discussed today. First, voices are treatable through evidence-based brain rewiring methods supported by current research. Second, cognitive control techniques can reduce voice-related distress significantly when practiced consistently. Third, mindfulness practice strengthens neural pathways for better management of auditory experiences. Fourth, social support dramatically improves recovery outcomes and overall well-being. Fifth, professional guidance accelerates progress through access to specialized treatments. Sixth, daily practice of coping strategies builds lasting neuroplastic changes in the brain. Remember that recovery from distressing auditory hallucinations is possible, and you can regain control over these experiences through scientifically proven methods that help rewire your brain's response patterns. Your life might change as you develop mastery over these experiences, transforming from feeling powerless to becoming empowered with effective tools for managing voice-related distress. Progress happens gradually, so please be patient and gentle with yourself throughout this process. If today's discussion provided any support, please hit the like button. If you'd like to continue learning about mental health together, please subscribe to our channel. May your hearts feel a little lighter, and thank you for listening until the end today.